Merci beaucoup, Monsieur le Vice-Président, dear panelists, Excellencies, distinguished delegates. Transitional justice tackles the demons of the past to build a better future. It grapples with difficult questions about truth and memory. It looks for justice in all its complex and myriad forms, and it helps to repair the institutional and social fabric of fractured societies. Above all, transitional justice is about victims' dignity and healing. The report before you illustrates powerful practices of transitional justice that are victim-centered, inclusive, gender-responsive, and innovative. They have a transformative impact on affected communities all over the world. And they must inspire us and pave the way to sustainable peace elsewhere. For example, in Guatemala, victim-driven coalitions led to the conviction of 31 military and paramilitary personnel for crimes against humanity and genocide, including sexual and gender-based violence and slavery. In Colombia, the Special Jurisdiction for Peace includes psychosocial support to prevent re-victimization. It proposes restorative sanctions aiming to dismantle the structural inequalities that led to the conflict and will include ecosystem restoration, memorialization, and reparation of damage to indigenous territories. Survivors of sexual and gender-based violence in Kenya formed a national network to advocate for reparations that were tailored to individual needs, including education, training, and healthcare. In Chad, victims started receiving reparations and compensation in 2024 thanks to persistent advocacy by civil society. And in Bosnia and Herzegovina, the Balkan Investigative Reporting Network, founded to cover war crimes trials, is addressing the weaponization of media that perpetuates politicized and divisive narratives. Excellencies, the path to peace is never easy. Transitional justice is often held up and slowed down by political instrumentalization, discriminatory or selective design and focus, insufficient buy-in of affected populations, and weak state institutions. Civil society, including grassroots organizations, hold the key to overcoming these challenges. And the report pays tribute to their central role, persistence, and creativity. And I think we can see this in the representatives of our panelists here today. These groups, often headed by women or youth leaders, are preparing for tomorrow and looking to the future when many others are still stuck in the past. Inspirational community leaders are already laying the foundations for transitional justice processes in the most challenging situations. We have the honor of listening to and indeed learning from 3 of these leaders today. I encourage member states to work closely with victims and civil society organizations so that they have the long-term support and protection they need. And my office is ready to support these efforts. Distinguished delegates, our world is in a heightened state of conflict, and international law is under unprecedented strain. According to one study, 2024 saw the highest number of active conflicts since the end of the Second World War. The failure to build and maintain peace, to ensure justice, and to listen to victims is a collective one that threatens to reignite old conflicts and give rise to new ones. Long simmering tensions, often linked to the root causes of conflict, can quickly boil over with disastrous consequences. In this fragmented world, transitional justice is an essential and creative problem-solving approach. We must grasp it, nurture it, and use it to build durable peace. I want to take this opportunity to highlight a few countries where we need to maximize this enormous potential. I encourage Nepal, for example, to continue its progress and complete the appointment process to the transitional justice bodies that were envisaged in the 26 Peace Accord. In Syria, which has emerged from more than 50 years of brutal dictatorships and almost 14 years of a devastating civil war, It presents an extraordinary opportunity for all its people. And to truly deliver sustainable peace, transitional justice must take a comprehensive approach. It must encompass accountability, truth-seeking, reparations, and measures to avoid recurrence of violations. I see enormous opportunity, too, in Bangladesh, which is charting a new future after the events in July and August last year. And in fact, I've just come out of a side event on our fact-finding mission report together with the government, with the interim government of Bangladesh. And my office is supporting the interim authorities in their efforts to lead a peaceful and inclusive process that is grounded in human rights. Our recent independent fact-finding mission was really an important measure for accountability, and I hope it will contribute to reconciliation, healing, and reform. In societies around the world that are emerging from conflict and crisis, I hope that transitional justice will be informed by the lessons of this report and based on victim-centered, inclusive, gender-responsive, and innovative practices. The simple wisdom of transitional justice is captured by the Lebanese slogan. I don't know how to say it in Arabic, but I'll translate it in English. Remember to not repeat. Remember to not repeat. And it is a vital tool for these turbulent times. It is a transformational process that demonstrates the very best of humanity, our ability to listen and heal, our desire for truth, our fight for justice, and our vision for a better future. And it deserves and it demands our full support. Merci beaucoup.